Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to the shed. How was your day today? My day was beautiful. Kinda. Maybe. Tell me how your day was in the comments down below. I absolutely love hearing from you every single day. Today I had a tech conference, so if you didn't notice from the video title, it's down there. We're going to talk a little bit about tech and specifically Mac, but before I get into that, I want to cover a couple of comments from yesterday's video. This is maybe something I want to think about doing in the future, but you tell me if you hate it or not. I would like to revisit older videos and talk about some of the things that we talked about back then or whatever. So yesterday's video, I had two comments I want to address. One was from Tony M. Tony is a friend of mine who runs the website right there, BoardGameQuest.com. If you're interested in board games, I highly suggest you check out his channel, or his channel. Yeah, check out his website, blog. It's a blog. It's a thing. It's more than a blog. Anyway, let's just get to this. So Tony said, can we get the wing recipe? I mentioned yesterday that my sister-in-law makes the best wings on the planet. No, I'm not giving you the wing recipe. If I did that, they wouldn't be special, and then I wouldn't be able to hold it and gloat. Right? Gloating on the internet is what it's all about. Honestly, I talked to her. I don't know that there really is much of a recipe. She pretty much just coats the wings in butter and Cajun seasoning, like generic Cajun seasoning. The genericer, the betterer. The more MSG, the better. And then throws them in the oven for however long it takes for them to brown up. They're amazing. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing they are. The other comment I had was about the lighting. Let me see if I can read this. It's really tiny on my phone. Andre Gross. Andre said, did you change your lighting or camera about 2 weeks ago? I haven't watched much in a while, but the lighting became suddenly more gray. And I answered him on there, but I wanted to talk to you about it. Yes, I did. I used to keep the white balance on my camera a little bit green, I guess. It was balanced for daylight, not set to like an auto white balance. The color temperature of my lighting in here, I have there's this main light pointing at me here, my hair light here, and I have another fill light here, is all fluorescent, and it's all 5500 or so, which is roughly sunlight. And so I balanced for that because I didn't look as pale. But I'm a pasty white dude. I mean, I got like the straight up farmer's tan thing going on. So somebody called me out on it, and I decided to rebalance the camera. This is actual, like, what it looks like in here. And so Andre said, you know, I kind of liked the older, greenier, darker kind of look. And I honestly kind of did also, but I would love to hear what you think. Do you like this version or what? Go back a couple weeks and look. If you've been here for a while, you probably noticed the color switch, or maybe you noticed something different, but you weren't sure what it was. If you haven't been here for a while, go back like 3 weeks or so. Go back to the last 60 episode and look there. Other thing I've thought about doing is maybe we can underexpose just a little bit. Oh, what about that? We might run with that for a little bit. Tell me what you think in the comments down below about this setting that I just adjusted. That is essentially an exposure setting in the camera. So I turned the exposure down just a touch. Anyway, so I want to ride the wave of hate, not really, on the MacBook series of laptops. Every time Mac makes an announcement, they get like just crapped on. In most of the subreddits that I follow, like R Programming, Technology, just because people are like, you know, oh, you drink the Kool-Aid, you're whatever. And I honestly don't own a Mac device, an Apple device. My daughter has an iPhone, but I just don't use them. And it's not because I'm like some anti-corporate whatever. You know, if I was, I wouldn't use Microsoft either. But here's the thing. I'm not Macintosh or Apple or whatever they are. I'm not Apple's target audience. I don't have disposable income, so I'm not willing to pay double or more the price for hardware that I can get for way less. So I like things that work. That's my personal... When I go buy something, I want it to work. All right? And that's Windows. Windows works because it's number one, and it has been for a very long time. And so if I want to get a piece of software, or if I want an application to do something, I have it, and it will work. Because if I'm a software developer, why would I develop for a platform that has an insanely small market share and not take advantage of the platform that has a massive market share? So I like Windows because it works. Now, I'm saying that I went for a 10 or 15 year span of my life where I did not use I didn't use Microsoft products. I was a Linux user for a very long time because I did not like how bloated Windows had become until Windows 7, when I gave it a shot because work, and loved it. And now Windows 10, I'm totally in love with Windows 10. All my devices now run Windows. I don't think I have Linux installed on anything anymore. Maybe some of my web servers that host some of my stuff, but not physical devices that I own. And so I'm not gonna crap on Mac users because they're spending their money on a Mac. No, if you want to spend your money on a Mac, that's great. I'm glad that you have the money to do that and that you believe in the product and all that stuff. That's awesome. But what I am going to say is there are places where I don't believe in Macintosh. Today I was at a tech conference. It's in the education industry, and we're talking about Mac. And I personally don't feel that in a undergraduate, when a K through 12 environment, that the Mac products are something that we should be considering, because the students at that level are learning life skills, and it could be argued that Apple products are used in real-world business environments, but the truth is they're really not. Unless you're going to be like a barista at a coffee shop. And if you are, you're never going to be doing anything at the application level. You're just going to be doing the thing. If you're doing any sort of business stuff, it's all going to be Office-driven, and that's just how it is. You can get Office on Macs. That's great. But chances are, if you go to a business, 99 times out of 100, if you're given a computer, it's going to be a Windows-based machine. So why would I want to train students to use something that they're not going to see in the real world? Exposure is one thing. I do enjoy that. We use iPads, and everybody has iPads. That's okay. So I'm not anti-Mac at all. Not at all. But this division of... what I saw in this big release, if you don't know, Apple announced the next version of MacBook Pro, which is funny because they're all MacBook Pro now. They don't offer anything that isn't a MacBook Pro. But anyway, the point is, it's got all this great new stuff that's really just kind of mildly different from the last version. They put in this little touch strip that everybody's crapping on. Personally, I don't like it at all. I'd rather have a touch screen. That's me. I haven't used it either. So maybe if I used it, I would get more comfortable with it. But the big thing is, the thing that really just blows my mind is they announce the new iPhone 7 and they say, we're going to put out a device that does not have a headphone port because wired headphones are dead, because wireless headphones are better. Then they put out a device that, then the next device they announce, the companion to this brand new iPhone, is the laptop that has a headphone jack and is not compatible with the wireless headphones. That makes no sense to me. They've removed all ports, all I/O from the device, and put in Lightning ports. So you have to have a bag full of accessories to connect to anything else, because you're going to have an adapter. There's no SD card slot if you want to take pictures and you want to plug an SD card in. You can't. Sorry. You're going to have a separate reader for that. I mean, it's just like the division is... It's almost like the phone people didn't talk to the laptop people. The laptop people didn't talk to the phone people. And Apple's thing used to be this all-encompassing brand. If I bought this device and this device, they work together seamlessly. It's not like that anymore. And that's the part that scares me. It's not that they want to try new hardware. They want to try removing old hardware. That's fine. That's great. Try it. progress is not made unless somebody's got the guts to go for it. And I know there's been jokes about them saying that it doesn't take guts. It takes guts to decide that you're going to do something that's really against the grain, right? And that's how progress is made. But to take Apple and split it into these two branches, that's what bothers me. It's like nobody was talking. Nobody decided that these two things should meet up and work together. But what are your thoughts? I would love to hear what you have to say about Macintosh products. I keep calling them Macintosh. I grew up, they were Mac. They weren't Apple. What you have to say about Apple products, specifically the new MacBook line and the iPhone 7. Do any of you have the iPhone 7? I would love to hear what you think about the headphone issue. Is it an issue? In the comments below. I'm not sure. To me, it sounds silly that I'd have to carry an extra thing if I wanted to plug headphones in. I don't want to have to deal with that. But whatever. I have a Samsung device. I don't have to worry about it. But I also sacrifice the amazing App Store. Because, let's face it, in mobile, the Apple's App Store is far and above. It's way better. A selection of apps, put it that way. Tell me what you think about the new Macintosh announcements down below. Tell me anything else you want to talk about, and we can put it on the show. Don't forget, we have a voicemail number. Please call in, leave me a message. We'll play it here and talk about it. You can email me stuff as well for Friday. Pictures, videos, stories, links to stories. Whatever you want to send me, send it to my email box, and we'll talk about that on Friday's episode. Thank you guys for being here as always. Thank you for making me a part of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from wikipedia.org, specifically the M67 grenade page. I'm familiar with the M67. How long do you have before a grenade goes off? So the pin that you see them pull prevents the lever or the spoon, we called it a spoon, on the grenade from flipping off and arming the fuse on the grenade. The M67 can be thrown 30 to 35 meters by the average male soldier. Its fuse delays detonation between 4 and 5 seconds after the spoon is released. We were always told 3 to 5 seconds to encourage you not to hold it in your hands. Essentially, you pull the pin, it does nothing. You can hold on to the grenade as long as you feel like holding on to the grenade. You can even put the pin back in and it's safe. Until that spoon comes off, you're safe. As soon as that spoon releases, you've got 4 to 5 seconds. Boom. Remind me to tell you that story sometime.